What's up, everybody? It's Jim Flanagan here for the Atlantic Coast Football League, ACFL.net. It's Thursday night here, Thursday Throwdown, and who does it better than Jim Flanagan and my partner here, Giant918. Giant, what's up, brother?
www.acfl.net. Follow us on Twitter at ACFL Football. A lot of exciting times over here, guys. Opening weekend this past Sunday of spring 2018, man. It was just 2 or 3 weeks ago that we had the championship for the Winter League 2017, man. Lots of things going on. And we don't have all the videos. We got 6 games to cover this week. We got another 6 games next week. A lot of things going on. Spring 2018. Flanny?
That's right. As mentioned in the previous show, Week 1 was split into 2 Sundays. So this past Sunday, we had a couple of games, I think 6 or 7 games. And then this next Sunday, we have the other teams playing. So at the end of this week, Week 1 will be in the books. And then we'll go to our regular program, after that, because we'll have all the fields available come week number 2. So that's why Week 1 was split up. We got some recap of those games, and a couple games we didn't get a chance to see, but we'll give up the scores on those as well.
Yeah, there's no question. And this first game is a real stunner. And again, these first few games we're going to go over, they are not on video. Guys, check it out on YouTube. We appreciate it if you subscribe, push the like button, give us your comments on that as well. Lots of material, lots of media on there, including the 3 games that we'll be discussing down the road. These first 3 games are pretty crazy. The Bears blowing out the Bucks. 40-18 is the final. Are the Bears really that good? Jim, I mean, the Bucks is a team that they won the touch championship last year's spring season. So is there a big transition to 6 versus 6? What do you think?
Well, I mean, on here, I was stunned with the score too. I expected a lot closer game here. Now, don't get me wrong. The Bears team is a great team. Each season, it's a top team. They're always in the playoffs, always in the hunt. Somehow, they just find a way to lose in the playoffs when the games count. But this team's no joke here, man. And I don't know if the Bears are that damn good or this Bucks team. I don't know who was there, who showed up, who their quarterback was for this game. But yeah, here's a team that won the touch championship. Now, this is a 6-on-6 flag game, you know. So was the transition the reason for the Bucks not playing so well? 40-18 is a big margin win there for the Bears. Only weeks will find out, Giant.
Yeah, it's not only that, but a lot of the Bucks guys played for the Slugs, who won the Winter Championship team just a few weeks ago. So very odd. You said it yourself. The Bears are a good team, but they can't cut it in the playoffs. They're the Minnesota Vikings of the NFL. They're the Washington Capitals of the NHL. They're the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA. What can you say? That's who the Bears are, man. But to get this type of decisive win with a lot of the Bucks players, I think that's a pretty good opening for the Bears. Moving along to the next game, we got Deja Vu off to a good start in the opener versus the Dumont Huskies, and they're putting up 40 points. It's absolute massacre by Deja Vu, 40-12. What do you got on this, Jim?
And this Deja Vu team, man, has improved each season, man. As the season's gone by, they have improved a lot than when they first started here in this league. And this Sunday, on the opener, man, came out big, huge, just as the Bears in their game. So did Deja Vu here. Now, it's only opening season. You know, I know that teams are still getting things together on here. So, can't get too excited. But very good start there for Deja Vu. I agree, man.
Okay, and now we got what's the other game that wasn't filmed? Is it the Goonies? No, you got that one, right?
I think there was one other game. I forget. But,
USO and East Orange Rec. Yeah, USO and East Orange Rec.
I don't think that game got played. I think that game either got moved on or it was a forfeit win. because it was a
I got a
28.
28-10
Yeah,
final over
usually
here
28
on the
to 10
message board.
Giant is a forfeit. So
Oh, is that what that
yeah.
is?
So one or the other, I don't know. Looked like East Orange Rec didn't show up or something, man. So
Yeah, but they obviously got to pay the league fee, right?
I
You
think
got
they
to
get
pay
that.
that up front.
I think they got that field too. That's why we got that East Orange football that field. That's a real very nice field, man. Very nice field. I actually might be there this Sunday to capture the two games there. I love that field. Great stadium, man. Great stadium. But yeah, I think that one actually was a 4-2 win, 28-10. I think that's what it is, unless it's being moved or rescheduled. Hopefully, it's East Orange Rec. TD Bub, man, if you listen, man, get things together over there, man. I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
uh,
I didn't know that's what that meant. The
yeah,
28-10. I apologize, guys.
usually that's what it is. Yeah, I'm not unless they play those 28-10, but I highly doubt it, man.
They gotta wrap that gavel up, B. Come on, EO. Come on, EO. You can't be taking can't take those simulated losses, man.
uh,
That's absolutely embarrassing on your home turf, if it is indeed the case. Now we're gonna move on to the actual games that you filmed, Flanny. And the first game we're gonna go over. This seems like it was an outstanding game. A final score of 21-14. Goonies versus Deadly Assassins, and the Goonies they got to the finals last year, to the championship game. They lost, and this was an absolutely close game, but the Goonies continue to win. Flanny, what else you got on this game, man?
Yeah, I mean, the Goonies want to bounce back after that disappointing championship loss to the Slugs in the winter, and they came out with a bang here with an impressive win here against the Deadly Assassins, who I think a lot of people are sleeping on. Giant, but this team's no joke. It was a close battle here, man. Um, Now, a couple changes to the Goonies team. A new quarterback for the Goonies. I like the move. I like the move. They're going with a veteran Giant in Mike Vick, man. Mike Vick's been around in the league for the Phillies. I got to be like almost over 10 years, man, if not. And he's back here. He actually was in a championship 6-for-6 flag in the spring last year, playing for the New Breed team. Now, New Breed are not playing this season. I guess they couldn't get their guys together on here. But he was in that championship game, man. He easily could have won that. I think went to like triple overtime. Now he's got this Goonies squad. I like the move here. I like the move. This game started off. I mean, the Goonies off to a 21-0 in the second half on there, and somehow the Deadly Assassins didn't make this into a game late in the game, but it was a little bit too late, man.
Yeah, and you take a look at this questionable call by the ref later in the game, blew the whistle, but the
Actually, that was early
still,
on. That was early on. I know the play you're talking about, man. Where basically the quarterback started scrambling. All right. Now there was a lot of bodies in the area. There was a lot of flags flying around. So he blew the whistle, thinking that the runner was down, but the runner's flags were still there. Giant. They never came off. He was running. I mean, he could easily got the touchdown, at least 10 or 20 yards. Now I know the guy stopped after the whistle, so maybe somebody could have caught him, but this was a touchdown, Giant. I don't care. That was a inverted whistle. They should have at least got to replay the down or something, man. That hurt. That did hurt because at that point it was only an 8-0 game.
Yeah, fascinating. I have high hopes for the Goonies. They were fantastic last season, man. Not only that, Goonies with the new quarterback, Mike Blanco Vic. So this
I think it's Vicio or something. They call him Vic, VIC, man. I don't know how you pronounce.
Yeah. Mike Blanco Vic. Yeah. So, very welcome back, man. He might have taken a couple of seasons off, man, but
now
he's back over here for the Goonies. Yeah.
He did not have a good game at all. He actually threw 3 picks in this game. Now that's very unlikely for Mike.
They still won the game, right?
They did, and that's because of this Goonies defense, man. You got to give it up to this Goonies defense because look, this Goonies defense technically only gave up one touchdown because the other one was a
Yeah.
pick to the house, man. Interception from the end zone all the way back. So technically, they only gave up that one touchdown. But I don't expect Mike Vick to throw three interceptions a game, man. And he did here, but he did get the three touchdowns, man. They needed. Um, a couple other factors in this game besides that call, that ended the play. After that, when that ended up, they ended up turning over on downs. There was a questionable block in the back, man. Was not called. Ended up like a 20 or 30-yard play. It was huge because that ended up a touchdown for the Goonies before the half. It made it 15-0 at the half, man. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? Another factor was it was also the wind.
Yeah.
So the Goonies elected to pick a side instead of the ball.
Mm-hmm. They worked out. They were worked
So
out.
that was a very shrewd move by the Goonies, and it was very strategic, and that ended up helping too, because you said it. So it was only one touchdown that the Goonies gave up all game, because the other one was an offense. Yeah, it was
INT
an
to the
INT.
house.
It was 6-6.
Yeah. Well, on here, I mean, they did elect to kick, so they kicked off both halves. Now, a lot of guys question, like, why not take the ball? You know what I mean? But sometimes a side plays a factor. If you can't throw the ball, you can't deliver that. You got to win again because it was very windy up there, man. I mean, I was filming the game and it was freaking windy as hell. So I expect on there, and it worked out for them. Like I said, that's how good this Goonies defense is, man. They got so much confidence in the defense, man. They elected to kick off both halves. They selected the side as opposed to getting the ball. On that Assassins team, I think offense got to get a little better. I mean, they got great defense, 3 interceptions, like we mentioned in this game, man. 1 to the house. You got to put up more points. There was a couple of times, besides the calls that didn't go their way. There was a couple times they had chances to score. They just could not connect in the end zone. They were either underthrown, overthrown, But, the wind could have played a factor. Plus, this quarterback was on the run. He was doing a lot of these throws on the run, so they weren't
Under
as accurate,
man.
Yeah. Yeah, agree, man. Agree.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you play a great defense like the Goonies squad. So I like the changes there that Bernie did for this team, and I see him going pretty far here this season, man.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, man. All right, next game up, we got All Stars versus what is this? Happy Team?
Yeah, I think it's Happy Team, Team and Happy. I don't know. Yeah. Originally they were called Team. Now it's Happy Team. Same
All
group
right,
of guys.
so there's
Mix.
a reason that the All Stars are called the All Stars because they are the absolute powerhouse of the league, champs for many years. Who you can't even count on your fingers probably how many they have. Maybe even on your toes as well, guys. You count that? What is that? About 35, 36? It could be a lot of them. So they won this past fall. They have a great defense, especially for 6 versus 6.
Yep.
Which are usually for shootouts. So these are basically your gunslinging it, man. And this is a pretty low scoring game, right? Right, Flanny?
It was, man. This team hanged in there, man, with the All Stars. So they gave them a battle here. But like you mentioned, I mean, this All Star veteran team, man. Championships all over the place, full champs. Not only in the 6-on-6 Giants, 6-on-6 and the 8-on-8, which we're gonna get to later in a bit. But on the 6-for-6 here against Happy Team, low score game, yeah, 18-6 here. And that's because of this All Stars defense. This All Stars defense was tremendous here. Going to recap here on this game, Giant. All Stars start off 6-0 All Stars. Then Happy Team came with a great drive, man. If you check the play, it was we could get a highlight of this. Great, tremendous touchdown here by Happy Team, man. He faked out like 4 or 5 All Stars to get in the end zone here. Tremendous play. That made it 6-6, but All Stars answered right back, man. They answered right back. They were up at half, and in the second half, Giants, Happy Team could not do anything offensively.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to be able to move the ball, then it's just all over.
And they had like 4 possessions in that second half. They got the ball, started, I think, at least 4 possessions on there. Couldn't come up with more points, man. There were some drop balls on there that prevented them of getting the first down. Forget about scoring, man. This team, got shut down in the second half. They only had one first down in the whole second half. So
I don't think any team's going to win if they're only getting one first down.
Yeah, so imagine that, and then obviously, eventually, All-Star's going to score on you, man. If you can't move the ball and you give them a short field to work with, and that's what happened here, man. 18-6, and I mean there was two key plays here for the All-Star stops. One, I mentioned the dropped pass by Happy Team, and then they couldn't get the first down. The other one was there were like five yards or maybe 10 yards from the end zone. Quarterback making a great scramble for it, and a great. There was a block. There was only one guy in the area, but he was getting blocked. He came off the block and managed to get the flag on there, and that's as close as Happy Team got because shut out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean it's still a two-score game. So
yeah, but they can't. I wouldn't be upset about this loss. I mean, they play. I mean, you're playing the team to beat here in the 6-on-6, man. There's no question about it. The All-Stars are the team to beat here. If you're going to rank the teams here or have a pre-ranking, I mean, I think somebody did have a pre-ranking post on the message board there on the ACFL website, and I agreed with a lot of those rankings. And obviously, he's got All-Stars #1 on there. I couldn't disagree anymore.
Yeah. I mean, this proves it too. But credit to Happy Team for at least making it respectable. It's not a blowout like some of these other games this past weekend.
And hey, it's only the first game, so I mean, there's time to improve and stuff, and hey, we don't know. Coming week 7 or 8, man, this might be a whole different team, man.
Right. Okay. So we got the last.
I think we had one more. Yeah, one final game. That was the 8-on-8 game. It was also featured the All-Stars.
Also the All-Stars versus the Bankers. So this game, is it the same roster, I guess, too, man, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's the All-Stars, couple guys from the 6 playing the 8, and the 8-on-8 is even better. I mean, 8-on-8, I think they won not only the last falls, but I think the last spring as well. So, I mean, for like the last year, they've been the 8-on-8 champs, man. And, they played against the Bankers here in the first game. And wasn't much of a contest, man. I mean, it was, I think, 21-0 at the half. Game was pretty much over at the half. I mean, Bankers did make the score more reasonable later on. I mean, they did outscore them in the second half, 12-6. But
if you got that much of a cushion, you're really not going to play as hard anyway. Why should they? Save your energy for the next game.
That whole first half, I don't think the Bankers had a stop. They couldn't stop. Every time the All-Stars had the ball, they scored. It was points put up, and then Bankers couldn't respond to that or get any points on the board. So,
Yeah, I mean, you see that. So the second
they probably could have scored another one, Giant, but they had the ball possession at the last, but it ended as the margin was already over.
Man, the Bankers, man, do what you guys do best, man. Go do some banking, bro.
But they do got something. They got a big roster there, man. They got a lot of talent. They got to figure things out, man. But once again, I mean, I'm not going to be hard against the Bankers here. I mean, you're playing the #1 team, just as the Happy Team. You're playing the All-Stars here. So, I mean, 28-12,
Yeah, and make sure you guys check out the film to see some of that, too.
Yeah,
it's beautifully edited as well, man. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of downtime at all.
No.
So there's lots and lots of actions in there. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos on that. Just the full version of all those 3 games. Every play, every style, the whole deal there with the graphics. And there's also a highlight reel. If you don't want to watch the whole game, I put like the best parts of each game, pretty much retelling the whole game, what happened. And all 3 games into like a 10-minute highlight video. So that's pretty cool. That's called Roundup, man. Roundup, a new thing here this season.
Yeah, week 1 Roundup.
Yeah. So hope you guys like that.
Again, man, it's you're the only guy who's filming these contests over here, man. So
as of right now, but I heard I think another cameraman will be for start of week #2. So that's double the film if Jim Flanagan stays around also with the other cameraman. So that so instead of 2 or 3 games a week, you might get like 4 to 6 games a week, man. So that's something to look forward to come April, man.
No question, man. What else
It's gonna
you
be
got over
make a
there?
better show here for us, man. We'll get to see a lot more games, a lot more
Yeah, there's
recaps
no
on there.
question, man. A lot more
So
recaps and stuff like that too. And these shows, you see, the first 2 weeks, man, it starts off slow, man. These
yeah,
shows are going to get longer, man. We got a lot more games that are going to be going on, and there's going to be a lot more things to go over, man. A lot more games to go over. We don't have it as far as we don't have individual stats, man. There's not a statistician there, man. We have not come up to that level yet, man. But this this league has been here since around the mid '90s, man. So fantastic job, man, all around, bro. And some news that I don't know if it broke over the weekend or what, Flanny. That the purchase of another league occurred. Is that right, man? Your audio's messed up, man.
yeah. John,
Go
I
ahead, go
don't
ahead.
have much detail on that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I, I I mean, I know it's still in the work in progress, so it's nothing's final on that. But yeah, there's some discussions, negotiations going on right now as we speak. A possible purchase of another league. And
merge. We'll call
it,
it a
it,
merging.
and
Talk
if
to the bankers about that terminology too, man.
and if there's a guy to do it, it's JT, man. JT's done a phenomenal job here with the league for many, many years. I mean, he knows the ins and out of how to make a league successful on there. So one league closes or is folding, and possible revivement here in the works. But that's still questionable, man. It's still in the works. I think they're still trying to get the teams figure out if they're able to get a season going in that league.
Yeah, yeah, it's really exciting, man. You say it, man. You said it as well. JT's been doing this
Hey, if JT
for
can't do it, I don't think anybody. Is. So
yeah, man. It's been around for so long, man. These guys. There's a reason there's so much teams that sign up for the ACFL, man. There's a lot of people that live in the northern Jersey, Rockland County, New York area, man. These guys travel to these beautiful fields, man. That of course we have to rent for the permits and stuff like that. But shout out to all the municipalities that help us out, help the league out, in order for us to play these games, man. Keeps a lot of guys straight and narrow, man. Keeps them out of trouble, man. Camaraderie is over there, man, as well. Getting some exercise, getting out and stuff like that. Lots of good times. Go ahead, Flanny.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I mean, he's done a great job, man. And with the teams, the number of teams, the different style formats on here, the fields are tremendous. I mean, we've got probably the most turf fields in the league that I've seen. And
Yeah.
so it's just a great thing. And multiple seasons each year, and we're gonna try to continue. We got the number one league, and we'll try and bring the number one media to the league as well, man. So
You guys aren't going to find it anywhere else. Anything you got on your plate?
no, no, just want to mention this Sunday. Debating whether going Hackensack or East Orange. I'll be at least one of those. But AJ Santos makes his comeback here for the Bruins. I think he's been out for like a year, but I heard he's recouped off the injury. Man, he's coming back strong. I really want to see that. I might get that just for that reason for the Bruins. They're up against Nice Snatch. I believe it's not. No, no. Yeah, they are playing Nice Snatch opening season, so I might go ahead and check that out. If not, I'll be there filming the Canes game, Canes Bulldogs at East Orange Rec, 8-on-8. So we'll see. Still debatable here. I might change.
Exciting times, guys. That's all we got for you tonight. Make sure you continue to check us out. www.acfl.net. Follow us on Twitter at ACFL Football. Jim Flanagan, Giant 918, signing out. Have a good night, everybody.
Later.